Hello everyone, long time no see. Lorien here with your reading for, well, it's actually been requested a bit, for the new government and what we seem to be in store for over the course of however many months it takes for them to call another general election. I have been away for a while. Lots of things have happened in my life, including the loss of both my parents within 3 months of each other. So I have been dealing with that. I've been taking steps away, getting my life back on track a little bit, coming to a place where I feel like I could actually deliver readings for you. So I haven't been able to do any real true life tarot lately, whether it be crime or current events. But hopefully, now I'm getting into the swing of a new routine. I'll be able to do this a lot more for you guys, hopefully. So yeah, a lot of you have requested that I do, since the last government reading, to do another government reading. And do excuse my very waxy desk. I am a witch, as some of you may know, and therefore there's a lot of candle drippage that seems to go on. So let's have a look. This is the deck I'm using. It's the Light Seers Tarot, and it is also the deck that I use to communicate with Odin, one of my deities that I work with. So let's have a look and see what's going on with the UK government, shall we? Now, no matter what you think of the UK government, I'm going to try and keep it just basic and not be swayed to either side. But I will tell you exactly what I see here and see if we can make sense of what the hell's going on in the House of Commons. Right, okay. I want to do one or two more. Okay, they come up with Virgo being quite important and September being quite important. So the Knight of Wands is there. Let me just see if I can refocus this for you. Alright, so the Knight of Wands is there. That wanted to come out quite a bit. So I'm just going to pop that there, see if we can see what information comes through here. Okay. Lots and lots of pentacles. I hope you can see all this as well. So we have the Four of Wands, Seven of Pentacles and Six of Pentacles in reverse. We also have the Nine of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles and the King of Cups. Now I want to know whether this is what's actually going to happen. Let me just see if I can move this. There we go. Slightly. Just make sure it's not going to tip off the edge. I don't know whether this is actually what's going to happen or this is how they see themselves actually. I think this is how they see themselves, ultimately. They see themselves as the deliverers. They see themselves as the people who are going to come in and save the day. But there are things that are not going to go well for them. They seem to feel like they have a very strong footing because their opposition... I'm talking about the Tories, by the way. The opposition is not as strong, so they feel like they've got their feet under the table, they're cemented there. There's very little that will be done to, or can be done to move them, as their opinion at this stage. It feels as though they are not necessarily clinging on to power. They're just coasting through because they know they've got it and they don't see how we could possibly... shake things up for them. The Seven of Pentacles and the Six, both in reverse, to me indicate the growth and the faith within the party is not 100%. I don't feel there's 100% faith there. I don't feel that there's true growth going to happen. Ultimately, I just feel that there's not enough belief and not enough faith. I also feel that there are bills not being paid. There are bills not being paid somewhere where there should be bills being paid. There are things that aren't quite coming out yet, but there may be in the future. There's something, I think it's quite a generous bill that has not been paid back. Maybe it's borrowing money. Maybe there's something that, they're having to do to make their current plans work, but there's just something that is not happening the way it should do. They're not doing anything to right it as far as I can see here. Yeah, there's just something in the background that just feels like it's not been paid. Six of Pentacles, if it was upright to me, would indicate growth and generosity, charity, giving. That's in reverse. So, little bit there. As we go ahead, I see the Nine of Pentacles is my favourite card in any deck. The Nine of Pentacles indicates things coming to fruition, a sense of gratitude, a sense of luxury, something that feels like, oh, I'm so independent. I have my own way here. I am able to move forwards. I'm really in a good place. So this here, I feel like, yeah, they do feel that they're in a good place, really. And there is a genuine belief that they are doing what is best. I honestly don't think that there's any, oh, they're doing this because of this. They genuinely believe that their decisions are what's best. But then they're not really, again, with this, the roots going down, they're not grounded enough. I don't see them being grounded enough to make the decisions that they need to make. Because for me, looking at this, there's some kind of idealism going on. And, you could argue the concepts of that and what their idealism is till the cows come home. But there's something that feels like they are looking at things, oh, the grass is greener over here. And, they're being quite, we're doing everything that we can. The Ten of Pentacles here, yes, we're going great. Ten of Pentacles is wealth and establishment. They're definitely the establishment. But there's something that the Seven of Pentacles, the roots are not there. The faith is not there. The profit, the vision, the investment in the people that could get you there is just not there. It's going upwards rather than downwards, which, to be honest, if you think about the wealth as a scale of 1 to 10, it will be going upwards. All the benefits, all the establishment is going upwards rather than distributed evenly. I'm saying this, but I have no idea really how politics works. But I do feel that everything is going upwards rather than being distributed fairly and evenly. It's almost like a farmer with grain, just giving it to the manor houses and not feeding the village people, It just feels that way to me at the moment. Six of Pentacles, again, with it being over the King of Cups, which is quite a strong not authoritarian, but authority, very emotionally balanced. The balance is not right here. The balance seems to be out of whack. Because again, the Six of Pentacles, charity, giving, paying bills, making sure that you've got equal things coming in and out. I think they're a little bit away with the fairies. I'm getting a bit of a Piscean energy with this. So it's kind of like everything's fine. We don't have to pay attention to it. But actually, I think they're doing themselves a disservice with believing that it's going forwards. So this is definitely something that looks like this is what they believe. And at the bottom we have the King of Wands. Ooh, hello. Okay, so I was going to ask the cards what's going to happen next. And he's just answered that. There is going to be a visionary coming in here. There's going to be somebody who's an entrepreneur, somebody who sees things very differently. Could be a Leo. I think a lot of the politicians, certainly world leaders, have been air signs recently. I know Donald Trump was one, Boris was one. I think Theresa May was one as well, but I'm not sure. Don't know what Liz Truss is, to be honest. I haven't bothered to look it up. But yeah, this very strong person, somebody who has, I think he's younger. Could be a lady though. But the energy I'm getting is somebody younger, somebody who's more grounded, somebody who is more prepared to fight, somebody who seems to be like, no, this is incorrect. I'm going to lead the pack. I'm going to lead the pride here. Is this an opposition leader? I'm not sure. But there's definitely a challenger to the status quo, and I think it's the king here. It's almost like King Arthur energy. I'm getting a really strong King Arthur energy here. Now, if you know the legend of King Arthur, is that he was put to sleep, or he died, but he lays in waiting for when his country needs him most, and when he will return, he will save the country, basically. This, I get the same vibe. I don't think they're called Arthur, whoever this person is, but I do get a very strong King Arthur vibe. It's almost like the legend on the steed. Now, for many, he's too good to be true. Too good to be true. Not really sure what they're like. Not really sure what they're about. There will be definite opposition to this person's rise. They will try to push him back. There may be some scandals that come out. Serious pushback, because this person is the only person that will scare the Tories. they're not scared right now. They're not scared of opposition leaders. They're not, they've got their feet well and truly under the table, blocks of cement around their feet. They're not going to move, I think this person's going to be a bit of a hammer to those concrete blocks, and he's going to shake things up, he or she, and is going to get things blocked up, because I just feel like there is a challenger, in those movies where everything's going well, and then suddenly there's a and they're coming in and there's a load of procession or something, like Prince Ali in Aladdin, like it just completely changes shakes it up, basically. I get this very strong feeling about this person who's going to come in and shake things up. And the lizard is very symbolic as well, because the lizard is somebody that transforms. It does well in hot weather, and I think with here it's going to do well in hot water, because there is going to be a lot of attention, there is going to be a lot of scrutiny, challenges, questions, maybe arguments and disagreements, but people trying to put them in hot water to see how they respond to things. I don't think this person is incredibly experienced in politics. I think they're coming in with a fresher perspective. Now, I'm trying to figure out whether it is an opposition party leader or not. I can't tell. Whoever it is somebody who's challenging their things, and they're not afraid to say, don't do a politician's answer, it's yes or no. Don't do a politician's answer, it's yes or no. Somebody who's had their feet firmly in the ground, their roots are going the right way. There's something that feels like, yes, I'm grounded in, like, almost like the common people. I don't like saying common, but that kind of thing, the common people. It feels like that, and there may already be a heralding of this with the Knight of Wands here. Some joy, some spark of creativity. I do feel they're younger, and it could be that they rally the younger generation. By younger generation, I mean maybe like 40 down or 50 down, to actually stand up and speak and rally them, because the image I'm getting as well is the Paris riots, and people in France, when they are upset, they allow their voices to be heard. They speak up, they challenge things. They're not afraid of doing that, whereas in Britain we're like, let's sign a petition, and we grumble about it, and we say things online and we make videos about it, but that's all we can do. It's like that we don't go out and storm the streets or storm anywhere in our mass numbers and create a fuss and do all this kind of stuff as well. I think they're trying to make it illegal now anyway. But I do feel it's going to rally people. Let me have a look and see. Maybe I should put you here just alongside, just in case. Alright, I just want some more information about what is going to happen with this person. Something's going to happen in October with this person. Now, this could be October this year, it could be October next year, I'm not too sure, but we're in Mercury retrograde until the 2nd at this point in time. So, October. Maybe they're an October birthday. They could be that they're an October birthday. Ooh, nice. Okay. So we've got the Eight of Cups and we've got the World. Now this is walking away from something old, maybe something that you've put a lot of effort into, something that you've put a lot of emotional time, energy, labour into, a lot of effort anyway, and you've set it on fire and you're walking away. Maybe this person just sets things on fire and then leaves because it's, their job is done. They've put a lot of effort, a lot of energy into it, they've set the spark, and now their job is done and they're walking away from it. But there's also this feeling that it sets something within the world alight. It could be somebody who is from another country, even like another world leader. But I think they have the potential to rise up the ranks and become one of those world leaders everybody recognises. Not just, Prime Minister so-and-so or whatever. Somebody who's literally affecting change across the world. And it may only be... Okay, so when I say across the world, I need to clarify that, how they say you may not change the world by saving one cat's life, but you change that cat's life. You change that cat's world by saving them. It's that kind of thing. They may not create huge ripples across the globe, but what they do is they change enough to make individual people's worlds that much better. I'm kind of excited and I want to know more about who this person is, but I'm not quite getting more from this. I just feel like it's a little bit too on the edge, and maybe I'm not supposed to know too much about it. But I'm excited, and I'm convinced that this person is coming. I hope they don't get too exposed and potentially dissuaded beforehand. That is a potential. They could be coerced into not speaking their truth, which would be a mighty feat, because I feel that they're very strong. Oh, Three of Cups is my card. It's community. It's a yes. It's a communication. It's a friendship. It's that oneness, that understanding, that joining together, which has been sorely lacking. There's been a lot of culture wars recently instead of class wars. And I think that that's the issue. We need to come together as a culture. Like, not saying, because there's a lot of multicultures in the UK right now, and I think that's just making us richer for it, to be honest with you. But it just feels like there's a need for everybody to drop the things that make us individual, blah, 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 and just come together on the common basic human understanding of, I feel emotion, you feel emotion, we know this is wrong, and we're going to join together. That feels like it's not to be a kumbaya, but definitely to be stronger together in unity and rallying around each other in times of need, rather than segregating each other, pushing each other to the side, being sort of argumentative over the simplest of things, like, oh, you're spending all your money on Netflix. Well, not really. That kind of argument that if you only stop your Netflix subscription, you could afford a mortgage. That £5.99, that really goes a long way to giving me £500 odd for a mortgage. That kind of thing of us against them. I don't think that's right. So I think it's more about coming together and seeing it for the common and greater good rather than anything else. I feel like we need to finish on just a little message here. I don't know who the players are in this cabinet. I have not been paying attention. I don't know anything about Liz Truss, like I say. I don't know anything really about what's going on, but I do see a challenger, and I do see that even if they may not be worried now and they just feel like they're doing the best thing for the country, they will soon be shaken to their core. I don't know. I don't know whether I want to say it, but because people might get the wrong end of the stick, but I'm getting Guy Fawkes vibes. Not that the fact that they want to blow up Parliament, but the fact that it's so momentous, everybody knows about it. It's so momentous, everybody hears about it. It's like a spotlight on this person. But they're too comfortable, and I think that the fact that they're too comfortable is going to be their downfall if they're not careful. Come on, give me a message, cards. I've been shuffling you for a while now. Please give me a card. They're saying take one from the bottom. Okay. Light. Look at the space between the trees for answers. Yeah, we're getting light coming through. We're getting the light coming through. It's been quite dark recently with all the news, and the last few years have been absolutely terrible, especially this one for me personally. Anyway, so I just feel like there's a lot coming through, that we are very dour and we always see the grey and we always see the gloom. We need to now look for the light, and when we see that light, raise it, enhance it with our own. The government at the moment, they think they're doing what's best. They genuinely think they're doing what's best. And I do feel that for, a lot of people, they're very out of touch, and not agreeing with what they're doing. But ultimately, I do see something changing. Again, I get October, but I'm not too sure why October is coming through so strongly. Again, I don't know whether it's this year or next year, but I do get a feeling this is going to be a build-up, and maybe it'll start in October. I don't know whether they'll come forward in October, but I do feel a start. Well, I hope that was good. If you have any questions, let me know. As always, if you'd like a book of reading, I am now open again. I'm absolutely taking readings, so just let me know. I will never reach out to you. If there have been some scammers going around, I will never reach out to you individually. if you are interested, please come to me directly. I will never solicit anything from you guys. If you know that I'm the reader for you, then you know. I'm not going to try and persuade you otherwise. So, with that being said, I will love you and leave you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Let me know if there's any other readings you'd like me to do.